If you're new to my channel, you've probably never heard me talk about Kitsbow. Now, that said, if you're a longtime follower of my stuff, you're probably very familiar with me and Kitsbow.
A big thanks to my sponsors, Ibis Cycles, Kitsbow Cycling Apparel.
But regardless, Kitsbow announced a couple days ago that they are ceasing operations, which is unfortunate. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Kitsbow. And as a bonus little twist before we finish the story up, one of the key characters for getting me into this went on to do a pretty cool project that's currently going really, really well. So let's jump into the story here. Kitsbow was founded in Northern California in 2012, right in the middle of the disruption movement within the tech industry. At that time, I was working at Ibis Cycles doing inside sales, managing a good 75 or 100 sales accounts. Then in late 2013, a young fellow named Elliot Wilkinson Ray moved from Vermont to California with 2 video cameras, and his goal was to become a professional mountain bike filmer. A mutual friend put us in touch with each other, and we went out to the forest and we shot a quick little sample video just to try everything out. I'll play some clips of that here, and that video's never really been shown publicly. Elliot found his way into Kitsbow working in a content creation role, filming a bunch. Pretty quickly, he was able to convince them to send him down to Santa Cruz to film me riding in the redwoods right behind where Ibis is located. That video went public, and it got way more views than I ever thought it would. It really blew my mind when Kurt Voorhees came up to me and told me at a bike race and an enduro race that he'd seen the video and he super liked it. So yeah, that really surprised me. But regardless, no one in like my inner circles really thought much of the whole internet video thing. Then in 2014, something big happened. Ibis was coming out with the Mojo HD3, which, believe it or not, was one of the first big players in the 27.5 all mountain bike category. Since I worked there, I had a pre-production model, and Kitsbow was pretty familiar with my videos at this point, so Elliot was lobbying hard to make a video with me riding the new bike. So we all met up in Tahoe right after the race season had finished up for the year, and I was in like the best shape of my life. I had all this pent up energy from all the races and all that, so I was ready to go film something and do something different. Well, we shot that video in Tahoe and in like October, and it came out in late November 2014, and it went absolutely viral. If anything really put me on the map, it was that video right there. It actually came out like a week after the HD3 launched. But with the timing of everything, people were very excited to see any kind of content about that bike. And at this point in time, there weren't many bike videos at all. So right place, right time. Kitsbow funded the whole thing. Woo! Oh. It might not be doable. I gotta like jump to the side with some speed. But we did it. We made a really fun video. With the great reception of that HD3 video in Tahoe, Kitsbow was pretty excited to do something else with me, and Elliot was really the guy behind the scenes pushing to do more content with me, which is awesome. Thank you, Elliot. So the original founder of Kitsbow, Xander, spent a lot of time in the Seattle, Washington area, and Xander was thinking that it would be super cool to send me up to ride some of his old favorite trails here in Washington State. And Elliot and I came up here in like, I don't know, maybe May or something of 2015. And we had a blast. We filmed a lot over 4 or 5 days. And we came up with this Jeff in Washington video, which had like a kind of a travel vlog story arc to it. But that video went really, really well. People loved that. And it kind of had it was the first time I had a bit of a story beyond just like, look at me. Well, a year later, the whole story repeats itself. Ibis had the Mojo 3 coming out.
My name's Jeff Kendall-weed, and this is the new Ibis Mojo 3.
I had a pre-production bike, and lo and behold, Kitsbow stepped up and sent Elliot up to film with me, and we made a video happen. This was all published to the Kitsbow YouTube channel at the time. That YouTube channel is no longer really on the internet, but there is a new Kitsbow YouTube channel that has some of this stuff published to it. So at this point, I've had a couple of videos that did pretty well. I had a little bit of an Instagram following, but in early 2016, I had a big crash while racing, and I broke my pelvis for the second time in my life. I've actually broken it 3 times. It's a different story for a different day. So, with a baby on the way, I was kind of realizing I shouldn't push myself for the sake of stopwatch glory and sketchy situations, and maybe I could just do bike videos. But at this point, I didn't really have much support for doing bike videos. This wasn't really a thing. So things meandered on, and then at the end of 2016, I was going to do a video once again with Elliot and his brother out in Telluride, Colorado, and Kitsbow was going to do the same thing and support it and make it happen. Then about a week before we were going to film, I'd already taken the time off work. Kitsbow had to cancel the project. Their budget was too tight and it wasn't going to be feasible. So this is kind of, what pushed everything over, made this whole YouTube channel happen. Time off work here. Let's take advantage of this. I got a kid on the way in a few weeks. This is kind of the last chance to do something for a while. So with all this energy, I talked to all my various racing sponsors, and because Kitsbow couldn't pay for the whole thing, I went around and got a little bit of budget from like 4 or 5 different sponsors. Ibis, Cali, WTB, where I was working at the time, and Kitsbow. I think that was it. I think that was the 4, and they all pitched in a little bit of budget. And this was a lot less money than just Kitsbow on their own. And to make this fair and equal for everyone, I said, let's just host this on my YouTube channel. I'll create a channel. It'll be a thing, I guess. I don't know. And everyone agreed. And this was like kind of the beginning of it all. I barely broke even. I think I probably actually spent money to make that video come out, but whatever, it worked. And it set up a nice little model to follow. So in 2017, we had 4 big sponsored videos that Kitsbow helped me out with. And I'm really proud of all those videos. And that was a really interesting time for me as I was moving to Washington. We had a baby and things were definitely happening. And I was working still full-time job at WTB, managing international sales at that point. With all those videos in 2017, just totally doing awesome. I had a pretty good thing going with Kitsbow, and we had a contract going into 2018 where I was going to do similar deal to what I did in 17. And there was a changing of staff there, and I got a phone call like right away saying, hey, all your existing agreements and contracts, consider them canceled, null and void. We're not doing anything together. At this point, I've been doing sales like 8 or 9 years or something, and I was in the industry long enough to know that like, if someone's going to totally bail on you right away after like a proven track record, like it's not the most healthy business relationship. So that was pretty frustrating for me. And they were also the first brand to believe in me and my ability to like go ride for content and make content happen. So I really thought it made sense to just like, forgiveness is important, try to make it happen. A few weeks later, they came around and they decided to support another video, and that was the Ripmo above Los Angeles video for the new Ibis bike. And similar deal, it was kind of crowdsourced amongst my various sponsors, posted to my personal channel, and that video did awesome. And the guys at Kitsbow were so stoked with that video that they renewed everything to keep going through 2018. Well, that was a good deal. 2019, same thing, everything kept going, and then we couldn't come to an agreement in 2020. Before we got into the 2020 season, back in like late 2019, Kitsbow just didn't see the connection between my videos, my channel, my content, and sales. We basically parted ways. And, I kept wearing Kitsbow gear for quite a long time because the stuff is solid. I'm wearing my custom Kitsbow Jeff shirt right now. I have a pile of this Kitsbow gear that I still wear on the daily. The stuff's really high quality. So they started making as much as they could in the United States of America, and they transitioned everything to North Carolina. They really ramped things up big time. Now, while this is happening, I'm riding, I'm doing a ton of videos with Jensen USA, so I started transitioning to more apparel brands that Jensen sells. It was just more consistent and everything, and Jensen saw the results directly, and they were stoked to keep on. So, that's business. You gotta adjust a little bit as the times change. Now, let's just back up a little bit. Remember that fellow, Elliot, who was kind of the first guy to connect to me and believe in my ability to ride for a camera and make video happen? Well, Elliot and some other folks went on to found this company here, Ripton & Co., to make jorts, jeans shorts. I've worn these in a bunch of videos. I love these things. They are so comfortable. It looks like denim, but it's super stretchy, like performance material. It's pockets, there's belt loops. They look like regular shorts off the bike. I wear those all the time. I really like those Ripton shorts. Ripton just came out with riding pants, which are kind of like mom jeans, unfortunately. No belt loops, no rear pockets. So I don't love the new pants that much, but the shorts are amazing, and I can't wait till they figure out how to do the pants more like the shorts. So big props to Elliot and crew. Ripton is still doing great. They're very much in business. They're based in Colorado. Definitely, if you need some good shorts, check out Ripton & Co.'s jorts. So the other day, Kitsbow unfortunately announced that they are going out of business. They're no longer going to be able to sustain themselves. They were trying to get some investors, which probably means they weren't profitable enough to pay their own bills with just like product sales. I don't know the details. I have a few thoughts about why things might not have worked out, but since I'm not on the inside there, it wouldn't be fair to just guess about that, and I have too much respect for Kitsbow to do that. So anyhow, it's unfortunate to see them closing doors. I am beyond thankful to Kitsbow for believing in me and my ability to do the video thing, and I'm really proud of all the stuff we did together. I am stoked to still have a closet full of Kitsbow gear. I'll wear my Kitsbow custom embroidered shirt for as long as I can. This stuff has been super high quality. When they transitioned to made in the United States of America, that was really cool. Big thanks to Kitsbow. I really appreciate all those people and their support. I was really proud to represent them, and I'm really thankful for the chance. Thanks to all of you for watching and tuning in. If you liked this video, maybe try subscribing and you can enjoy future videos and spend the rest of your night looking through the back library of almost 400 existing videos on the channel. And beyond all else, just remember, peace and wheelies, everyone. I'll see you in the comments. Bye.